Welcome back to PF International. The Army Cadets are next up, and it's William Petit and Tom Wood on the front row of the grid, with Alex Quinn and Cian Jewis right behind. Tyler Chesterton and Oliver York ahead of Tom Douglas and Alex McDade. Keep an eye on some of the fast movers. Teddy Wilson potentially, Johnny Edgar as well, Albert Carter starting to come on as well as a youngster. And there's plenty of battles through the field in this championship, as we know. Down to the first corner and out in front, no surprises. From pole position, a good start there from Tom Wood. Straight into the lead as they head round the loop for the first time. Oh, there's contact in the middle of the pack. We thought there might be. Very disappointing to see. A little bit of melee on the way through the loop. They head over the Litchfield Bridge. Couldn't quite see who that was. I wonder if that's made a massive change to the running order. Certainly several drivers will be licking their wounds at the end of this race. Down to the first hairpin for the first time. And everybody just about knitting their way through in good form. Out in front though, it's still a magnificent battle, but the lead is gone already for Tom Wood. He's down to third position. Out in front then, William Petit takes back that lead. Oh, and there's an off in the background and an arm in the air as well. So clearly some drivers feeling hard done by out of the second hairpin, and a brilliant opening lap, but William Petit hits the front again. And it's going to be like this all the way through this race. A couple of drivers at the back still scrapping there. And into second place comes Cian Jewis in the 87, charging hard onto the tail of William Petit. And we're just getting started here. There's plenty more action where that came from.
We lost the drivers that were in 6th, 7th and 8th over the loop for the first time. So they would have been drivers right at the front of the field, towards the front of the grid. I'm not sure who they were because we didn't see from the helicam. But great pictures they are from the helicam. Gives a great overall view of this circuit here at PF International. As the lead drivers, William Petit out front, head down to hairpin 1. There's a move for a spot. Tom Wood loses a place to the 25 kart of Herbie Grout. Lost a place to Tyler Chesterton and Alex Quinn on the bridge, as Quinn makes another move forward and Tyler Chesterton goes with him. Cian Jewis loses a couple of places through hairpin 2. So Tyler Chesterton perhaps having the best run we've seen from him this season, Jake.
Absolutely, he's looking like a real champion out there, to putting in some great drives and moves early on. And it's all about momentum. Once you start carving your way through the field, it's very difficult to ease up. And Chesterton up to third position. He is driving a real barnstormer here. Petit and Quinn out in front on the Fusion Motorsport karts, of course. And then in third position, we have Chesterton. Cian Jewis, keep an eye out for him in the 87. He ain't done yet, as onto the loop they go once again, under the bridge, round the left-hander that swoops through 3 separate apexes, and then onto the bridge again, and heading down to the right-hander. These 4 starting to make a bit of a break from the rest of the field, but it's these Fusion boys who are looking for a bit of civil war out there again, as Petit and Quinn go head-to-head into hairpin 1. Quinn still biding his time, waiting for that move. Several drivers in the midfield starting to make a few overtaking moves for position. Fortunately, everybody keeping it clean at the moment, but it's very close indeed between Petit and Quinn at the front.
Be interesting to see if it stays like this, if Alex Quinn looks over his shoulder. The drivers he's battling for in the championship, number 9, Tom Wood, we've already seen him losing places. The other driver in the championship he's battling against was one of the drivers off in the loop, Jake. It was Oliver York, and he's well down the field. So this is golden for Alex Quinn on the 7. He starts looking over his shoulder and doesn't see either of those 2 drivers looming large in his mirrors, so to speak. He may well decide to let William Petit take this one and just take the point safely.
Time to stand and deliver then for Alex Quinn. This is the golden opportunity that drivers so rarely get when both of your rivals are having off days for whatever reason. Quinn now with an absolute gold rush of an opportunity here to storm into the lead of the championship when everything is so close and it's on the line. Just looking back in the field to see, is that the number 5? Yes, it is. That is where Oliver York is in the field, so he's having to play catch-up. He's in at least 20th odd position, so he's a long, long way back. This is heaven sent for Alex Quinn in terms of the championship, but I don't think his strategy, Alan, that you might have hinted at, of sitting behind William Petit is going to do him any favours for long, as Chesterton and now Cian Jewis and the rest of the field are closing up. He's got to make that move quick.
Yeah, those 2 karts had a bit of a gap, but not any longer. Tyler Chesterton's having his best run of the season. Great drive here by Tyler. And this is a sort of performance that gives a driver real confidence at this level. It will show Tyler, tell him I am one of the top drivers in this field, and he'll now be looking forward to the next round, the last round of the season, and then next season to make a real big progression and put himself right into contention for the major seeded places next year. We've got two distinct groups here now, Jake, but it's still Petit from Quinn being hounded by Tyler Chesterton. Later in the race, though, to come down to hairpin 2, still as you was there, King Jewis is in 4th place. We've got the S15 kart, Teddy Wilson, in 5th, and then the 9-plate Tom Wood, who's right in the championship mix, in 6th. He will want to make up a few places before the end to make sure that the championship stays as tight as possible going to the final round at Shannington. Still Petit out front on the 15. Look at Chesterton there looking down the inside of Quinn. Quinn can't afford now just to sit behind his teammate. If that was his plan earlier on, it can't be any longer because Chesterton is hounding him.
I wonder if there are any message boards over the pit wall. Alex Quinn is faster than you, because if you have got one, you need to show it now if you want to keep this championship fight in Alex Quinn's favour. It's looking like Petit is actually holding him up a little bit now, although Chesterton has lost a bit of momentum there in the 60, so they're breaking away a little bit again. Chesterton's still very much a factor. Looking back, Wood has suddenly crept up into 4th place, so he's managed to dupe both Jewis and Wilson in that last lap, so he's up to 4th place again. There is Wood at the front, then Jewis, and then the 79, so Teddy Wilson's gone. So where on earth is he gone? Because the 79 of Lewis Thompson is now battling there with Herbie Grout in the 25, so suddenly we've lost Teddy Wilson, not quite sure where he's gone, but clearly no longer a factor in the battle, and it's Wood who was able to pick up the pieces there, with Jewis, Thompson and Grout very much in the mix for a strong finish here. They're battling for 4th position.
I was talking to Lewis Thompson's mum the other day while she was walking the dog, and she was telling me that he's had no real luck this season, Lewis. He's been involved in all sorts of incidents, but having a decent run today under the bridge, picked them back up the other side of the bridge around the loop. Still Petit and Quinn. Now they've got a little bit of a gap now from Tyler Chesterton, and Chesterton is a sitting duck here, Jake. He's out on his own. He's got no slipstream from the karts in front. You've got karts in behind working, and they're going to hunt him down, and Tom Wood is going to be spying himself a podium here.
This is very much no man's land of kart racing. You don't want to be sitting there for too long. You want to build momentum and get onto the tail of the 2 in front. You certainly don't want to fall into the clutches of the battling quartet, I should say, behind, because they really are going to make mincemeat of him if he's not careful. Once again, Petit holding his line. Quinn has not attempted at any point to make the move past him. He's been very careful here. It's not really the right way to go about it. He could do with the extra points to get past Petit. It's a good strategy if he wants to keep his position. However, not necessarily the winning formula.
No, I mean, he may be thinking at the moment, as he comes under the bridge in 2nd place, he's had plenty of opportunities to overtake. He may be thinking that he's doing the right thing here. He doesn't want to take himself off, but you never know. As we see, Chesterton has been overhauled by the rest of the karts in behind. You never know. There's a couple of points difference between coming 2nd and 1st, Jake, and you could go to the last round. That could make a difference for the championship.
It's going to be absolutely sensational if we get to that championship finale, and there's 3 drivers battling for it. Hammer and tongs, off goes Grout, I believe, in the 25. That was running wide a little bit there as Thompson once again shows him a clean pair of heels. And down to the final few corners. Is Quinn going to make that final move? He better make it now if he's going to. No, he's not. He's going to let Petit take this one by the look of it. So Alex Quinn, if I was him, I would have made the move by now, but he clearly thinks 2nd place is good enough for the moment. He's thinking championship perhaps, but a win certainly would have been better. The checkered flag comes out, and it's Petit who takes it just from Alex Quinn. He certainly wasn't going to gift wrap it to him, but that really sets up an amazing championship decider. What a finish. But you have to ask yourself, with a championship on the line, should Quinn have gone all out for the win?
Tom, we had a very exciting race, a lot of battling and overtaking. Can you talk us through your race?
I had quite a good start. I was in the lead, and then Alex and Will overtook me, and I just dropped down the order a bit, and I felt my grip went off in the middle of the race, but I fought my way up back to 3rd, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to Donington Park, Explore It and Otium.
You stayed in 2nd for the majority of the race. At any point did you think you could have gone for the win?
I think I could have, but I'm more thinking about points now, going into the last round, and I just thought I seen Tom catching us a bit, and I thought it's better second than further back. So I'd like to say well done to Will because he drove a great race, and I'd like to thank Dan Hayswood and Neil Duran, and also my new sponsor Tippers Classic number plates.
William, you managed to get into the lead pretty early on and maintain your lead. Did you feel under any pressure throughout the race?
Not really. I just felt Alex pushing me from behind. We just both wanted to get away from the pack, so he just kept pushing me throughout the race, and that's what happened throughout the race, really.
That result sets up an epic battle at the final round at Shennington. Alex Quinn on 737, Oliver York 729, Tom Wood 697. But each driver can drop their worst scoring round from the season. And if you drop Alex Quinn's worst scoring round and Oliver York's worst scoring round, they are actually tied on points. It's going to be fantastic. And Tom Wood not far away either. Join us after the break for more race action.